Welcome, Vilonia Eagle softball fans, to Friday night softball action live up in Farmington, Arkansas. Got my good friend Kobe Kelly here with me tonight, helping me out. Appreciate you being here again.
You bet.
Our other good buddy, the old seven-fingered one, Alan Wade, he's probably listening from his car right now. So we'll try to drop in a few Alan Wade references at some point if we can throughout the night. He told me he was going to try to listen on his way. So you see the coaches meeting there at the plate going on right now. They're going to flip for home team, so we don't know if we're going to be home or visitors just quite yet. Vilonia taking on the Greenwood Bulldogs, and we'll be getting lineups from both coaches here momentarily and try to run those down as we can to give you the starting lineups for both teams. Greenwood, suspected to be one of the favorites in Class 6A, is what we have been told, Kobe. And then you've got a little information about one of their players. I don't know if you want to share that now, if you want to talk about that a little bit later.
Well, they have a shortstop, a freshman shortstop that is committed verbally to the Razorbacks. Really look forward to seeing her tonight. So just a fantastic athlete, good shortstop, good hitter. Love to compete against people like that. But Greenwood, like you said earlier, 6A school. A little bit bigger than what we are. They've had a fantastic athletic program. The football team is always good. The basketball team just got beat in the finals of the state tournament. Now here we are in softball. So getting ready to play here in a few.
That's right. So I've got the Greenwood starting lineup here. Leading it off is going to be the right fielder, Erica Calderon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We'll work with that throughout the night. Anyway, she's number 23, and she's the right fielder. Allie Shockey, the shortstop, the one that Kobe was just mentioning, is the second batter. The third batter is Mariah Hamilton, number 25. She's the third baseman. Josie Chappell is number 6. She's the designated player. Angela Price is number 10. She's the catcher. Redding Wagner, number 24, is the center fielder. McKindy Young is number 22. She is playing third base. Emma McCorkle is number 1, playing left field. Lexi Castello is number 7 and playing second base. And then Kimmy Collier is number 20. She's in the flex position and pitching tonight. So that is the lineup for the Greenwood Bulldogs. And we'll work on getting the Vilonia one here in a minute. Actually, I'm going to walk down there and see if I can find one of the managers real quick, Kobe.
Okay. On the mound tonight for the Eagles would be Gracie Kimbrell. She pitched the other night against Mountain Home through a complete game. 1 in 5 innings, did a fantastic job. On third base tonight, it looks like we're going to have Kenna Beatty. Shortstop is going to be Callie Erie. Second base is going to be Sid Johnson. First base is going to be Marley Hinsley. Catching tonight looks like it's going to be Talon Lawrence. Left field going to be, let's see here, Faith Johnson's hard to see from this angle. Right field is going to be Juju, and center field is, who's that center field tonight? Jordan Alexander?
Center field's Jordan Alexander.
Jordan Alexander.
So Faith slid over there to left, I see.
I gave him the location.
Okay,
here.
good. Well, we'll catch the batting lineup when they bat. First pitch from Kimbrell is a called strike to Calderon. How do you think I should pronounce that?
I think we should pronounce it a different way each time.
I like it. That one's going to be just a bit inside, as the first pitch was a called strike on the inside corner. Tried to work it in there just a little bit more, hoping that she would chase. She does not, so it's a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1 to Kaderin.
I like it.
Swings at that one, hits it off the end of her back. Kenna Beatty getting the start at third tonight. Almost stabs that one out of the air. That was an excellent effort by Beatty. You saw Faith Johnson coming on out there from left field, and Erie giving chase to Beatty. Beatty was the only one who had a shot at it, but good effort by Kenna getting her first start there at third base tonight. Kimbrell delivers. Foul ball off of Talon's shin guard.
Is the outfield grass dead?
I would say it's DED dead.
I know Vilonia's is green. Everywhere else has been green. This here is like it's been poisoned.
We're playing at the that one's going to dot Calderon between the numbers in the back, and she's going to get the free pass down to first on the hit by pitch. And you hate to see that on a 1-2 count. Could be the difference. We've been playing at high school fields. This is the city park, and I'm going to say they don't put a whole lot of money into wintertime maintenance of the grass. They just let it come in as it does.
Well, Northwest Arkansas is a poor community anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, they're hurting for money up here. As you can. Well, when we pan to the right here with the camera, you can see the giant gym that Farmington High School plays in. Called first strike to Allie Shockey, the shortstop, number 15. Kobe, their gym is as nice or nicer than some small colleges here in Arkansas. Super nice facility. If you've had a chance to watch a game in there, you know what we're talking about. That one's in the dirt. Calderon holds at first. 1-1 count to Shockey, or to Saki now. Sorry, I called her Shockey, didn't I?
You're 0 for 2.
And I'm struggle bus loading up.
It's a long ride.
It is. It is. Good pitch there by Kimbrell. It's going to be smashed into center field for a base hit. Alexander knocks it down, relays it in to Sydney Johnson. Calderon did not pick up her third base coach around in second. He was wanting her to take another base. I don't know. It may have been a good thing she didn't. Sydney Johnson's got a pretty strong arm. We've seen her gun some folks out from that position before. So first and second after the hit by pitch and the base hit by Saki, and that's going to bring up Mariah Hamilton, number 25, the third baseman. Good drop ball on the outside corner there for strike one.
We got a pretty good angle tonight. We can see a lot better than we could.
I can even see the spin on the ball tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be hit to Erie, the shortstop, and I didn't see what happened, Kobe. I got blocked out of that. Was that off of her? Or?
Looks like it took a little bit of a hop, bounced off the heel of her glove. You know, it's a hard hit ball, bounced off in the center field. So now we've got runners on first, runners on third with no out. Kind of got ourselves a little bit of a bind right here. Grace going to bear down. Defense going to get in here and get some outs, Corey.
Well, ground ball is what you want right there in that situation. And as I said, I got blocked out of the field of vision by Talon and the umpire there, and I couldn't tell if it was a bad hop or if it just the top spin just ate her up. But either way, off the heel of the glove and into center field, 1 run scores. Runners on the corners. The batter is Josie Chappell, number 6, the designated player. No outs in the top of the first. Big uppercut swing for strike one.
This early in the game, if you got a runner on first base, they'd send her, Corey. Do you try to throw her out, or you hold up on this right here?
You know, I'm looking at the runner there and thinking we can probably throw her out, but Saki's probably going to score because she looks like she's pretty fast. So I don't know. It's going to be a gamble either way. Good pitch by Kimbrell there. Called strike on the outside corner. Painted it beautifully.
At 0-2 right now. You don't want to throw anything too fat. Keep it outside. See if you can get them to chase right here.
Comes inside, gets the pop-up. Erie's going back. Faith Johnson coming in. Johnson calls Erie off. She has it. Throws into the plate. Holds Saki at third and Hamilton at first. So good play by senior left fielder Faith Johnson calling off Erie, who was drifting back there.
And also fighting off the sun.
Yeah,
that's a bad angle right there as far as where she's at. Sunglasses come in handy. Good communication between her and Callie right there.
Perfect. Those two have been a part of several plays like that over the years where they've played Callie on the infield and Faith on the outfield, one behind the other for several years now, both in travel ball and high school ball. Great pitch on the outside corner by Kimbrell. At first it was Callie's was just going to get everything and Faith would always yield to her. She's learned over the years that if I can get it, I'm going to call her off and go get the ball. And that was a good job there by Faith Johnson. Good changeup there. Hits the dirt right behind the plate. It's going to be a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. This is Angela Price, number 10.
You know, this surface here, Corey, is a little bit different than what we've been playing on. You know, this is a city park. You don't know what kind of bounce you're going to get, but 2 great jobs by Talon right there. One is a little bit overhead, good adjustment, and good block. So she's doing a fine job behind the plate.
You know, Kobe, I don't know, but there may be, I see some little gravels and whatnot in it, so that might have been part of what got Erie out there at shortstop a minute ago. But it looks like one of those surfaces that's soft on top but hard underneath, kind of one of the ones you like to play on, other than when you see the small pebbles.
Yeah, it's going to be really fast.
A lot of field conditioner out there on the surface. Good pitch, called strike outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Price. And Kimbrell is just tearing them up on that outside corner right now.
She's pitching well.
Going to be a ground ball to Erie. Over to second for 1. Johnson relay to first. Not in time. Score another one for the Bulldogs, but Eagles have 2 outs now in the top of the first. 2 runs have scored. Bulldogs lead the Eagles 2-0.
If we can get out of this inning with just 2 runs the way it started out, I feel pretty good about it.
So this is going to be Redding Wagner, number 24. She's playing center field for the Bulldogs tonight. Ground ball to Sydney Johnson. Johnson from her knees over to first. Got it. Out 3, and that ends the inning. Kobe, just like you said, getting out of it, only giving up 2 with kind of the rough start there. You feel like you're okay. So see what the Eagles can do at the plate here. Hopefully, they can get those 2 back and maybe a couple more even.
We'll see. The other night we played against Mountain Home. Hit the ball both games. Defense was a subject the first game. Come back the second game. Played an excellent game. You hope what we did there carries on. The conditions are a lot better tonight. It's a good, it's a warm night. The wind is not too bad. It's a great night for softball. We just need our hitters to step up here and drive the ball. Don't wait till the 3rd or 4th inning to try to score some runs.
So the batting lineup for your Lady Eagles tonight. Erie is going to lead us off, followed by Sydney Johnson, then Talon Lawrence. Freshman Julie Johnson is going to be in the 4 hole. Gracie Kimbrell, the pitcher, is in the 5th spot. Faith Johnson, and then Marley Hinsley, Kenna Beatty, and Jordan Alexander batting in the 9 hole. And Ashton Rappold is your flex this evening. And who was out there in right field? Was it Juju or was it
Juju.
Ashton? I didn't even pay attention.
I'm pretty sure. No, I believe it was Juju.
Okay.
What's the difference tonight, Corey, as far as lineup-wise? What changes were made from this past game or 2 that you see what we're doing a little bit different tonight?
Pretty much the top 6 are the same. Top 7 are the same. Alexander is actually batting a little bit lower than she had when she was previously in the lineup. She wasn't there for the Mountain Home game. She was at a track meet. And then you got Beatty in the lineup. Beatty has some home run power. So, I mean, down there in the 8th spot, Greenwood better not be sleeping on that because she can really drive the softball.
Ashton Rappold getting a look tonight, too. So
Erie leads it off. She digs in from the left side. Any of you who are watching or have watched, she can slap, she can swing away, she can bunt. Tries to bunt there and misses that one. She pulled off of her line just a little bit. She's going to need to stay straight at the pitcher. I know what she was trying to do. First baseman was back a little bit before that, and Erie was going to take it with her and beat it out. So she digs back in. No balls and a strike on her. Pitch is high and outside. 1-1 count. I'm going to tell you a story about this city park in a little bit when we get a break and I think about it. That ball was up. 2 balls and a strike to Erie. I don't see overpowering speed from this pitcher.
You don't, you try to find out what kind of spin she has. Does she work the corners well? That's
Erie
a great
smashes
way.
that into center field. It's going to fall right in front of the center fielder. They had the slapper shift on. I didn't even notice that, Kobe. That was the center fielder the ball was hit straight at, and that was basically over in the left center field. So Erie hits the line drive in front of them, give her a base hit. It's going to bring up senior second baseman Sydney Johnson. And I expect Sid to show that fake bunt, Erie to take off on the first pitch here.
And there goes the no-hitter.
True that.
No-hitter's gone.
It's out the book for both pitchers now, so they can quit thinking about it.
Yeah.
That would have been a good pitch to take off on. A little off-speed pitch there, high and away. Sydney takes it for ball 1. I bet Erie wishes she had that one back from the first base position.
Does she have the green light? Or is it called? What do you think?
The way I understand it is if they read off speed or they read a defensive setup or whatever, I think they can go. I don't know if that's everybody in the lineup, but I know that there's some that probably have that green light if they see something they think they can take a base.
Well, they're older and they're smart. They're good base runners.
Erie's going to be up easy on that one as the catcher mishandles the ball in the dirt. Johnson is ahead in the count, 2-1. Erie's still second. She's standing down there, so she's in scoring position. So now all we need is something out there on the, I'd say the green, but The other brown, the lighter brown.
The dead grass.
Johnson swings at that, pop up down the right field line. It's close to out of play. First baseman has it. Erie tags up. She's going to take third. So Johnson kind of did her job either way. We'll take that. We'll take that.
As good as hitter as she is, you know she'd like to have it back, though. She just missed that, just a hair under it. That's fixing to be a gapper. But give credit, you know, the first base line over here, the camera can't see it. There's about 50 yards of foul territory over here.
Oh, yeah, that fence like has a point in it. So
it does.
Greenwood goes with the live ball appeal there on Erie leaving the base too early. Umpire says no. She was good on tagging up. So she's down there at third, just 60 feet away with an out, and we fully expect to get her across. Lawrence bats now in the third position with Julie Johnson on deck. Talon all over the first one, and that just hooks between Erie and Coach Sullivan. And
I don't think either saw it.
No. They heard it, but they didn't saw it. Or see it rather.
Sullivan, he didn't have much effort on that either.
Well, I was going to say I can't even give him an at bat on that one yet. I'm going to call that that's a high and tight
redo.
Yeah, high and tight fastball. He took that one. So we'll wait to score him on an attempt for the next one that's on the ground here. 0-1 count to Lawrence.
As you can tell where he's sitting at now.
Yeah, he's scared. He's pulled off now. That one's in the dirt. Catcher blocks it to hold Erie down there at third. 1-1 count to Lawrence. And Kobe, I got to wonder. I need to look. Oh, they do have the grades. I'm going to check out this picture. You got to wonder if she's an upperclassman, lowerclassman. Are we seeing their number one or,
Yeah.
That one's a screwball all the way back in on the hands of Lawrence. She fouls it off down the third baseline, brings the count to a ball and 2 strikes. The pitcher is a sophomore.
Okay.
Well, hold up. That is not the – so it says she's number 20, but number 20 down here is this person. Kimmy Collier, the pitcher, is actually a senior.
Okay.
So she is a senior pitcher, so we may be seeing their ace. Who knows? Catcher sets up way outside. Ball's in the dirt. Catcher blocks it. And the count's going to be 2-2 to Lawrence. Erie's still down there at third, and she's chomping at the bit to get an opportunity to come back home.
Catcher's done a great job blocking here. She's going to get wore out if it keeps like this here.
That one's out and low. Full count to Lawrence. Great at bat thus far by her. She's really seeing the ball well, getting on the one she needs to and letting the one she don't go.
Sullivan scooped that one up, Corey.
He did.
Did a good job there.
That was weak though. I'm not even going to score that one. That's like a changeup that bounces and hits you in the calf. I mean, you didn't have to try. Ball forward to Lawrence. She heads down there. So going to have runners on the corners. 1 out. Julie Johnson will be the batter, and we're going to have Kylie Linton in as the courtesy runner.
Would you suspect a fake bunt right here, hold the catcher back, get the runner to second base, have a runner on second and third?
Yeah,
1 out.
100%. I mean, and I don't even know if we'll fake bunt it. We might just take the pitch and straight steal. Sullivan's big on the hit and run. He might put the hit and run on here.
Yep.
Just and kind of tell the runners to read the angle of the ball coming off the bat. No, it's just my pullover, not my jacket.
It's hard to find good help these days, isn't it?
It is. It is. So 1 out, runners on the corners. You got Linton and Erie on the bases. Julie Johnson is the batter. First pitch, she smashes it through the 5-6 hole. Erie's going to score easy. Linton over to second with no problem. Good job by the freshman right fielder, Julie Johnson. Brings up the pitcher, Gracie Kimbrell, having an opportunity to help her own cause here.
Gracie had a big hit the other night at a right time when we was playing Mountain Home. Burnt the center fielder. Did a great job. Hope it carries over right here. First pitch on the outside corner called strike. Gracie didn't like it, but it was pretty close right there. wait for the next one. Hopefully get something more down the middle inside.
I would take an outside pitch that she would go with and hit it over there to that right fielder. I don't even know if she's paying attention right now. She hits that through the 5-6 hole. Another base hit for the Eagles. Linton's going to hold at third. Julie Johnson over to second, and Gracie Kimbrell's at first. And there'll be another courtesy runner as Kimbrell is the pitcher. It's going to be 15 Brooke Crisp for the courtesy runner down at first. So Erie leads it off with a base hit. Talon works into a super smart at-bat walk. And then back-to-back base hits by Johnson and Kimbrell. So bases juiced with Faith Johnson up, who hit a 2-run shot at Little Fenway Vilonia High School softball field the other night.
She was in fuego.
In the fuego. What is that, the old video game? He's heating up. So the pitch goes way away. Faith gets the end of the bat on it, fouls it off over the third base dugout.
Faith has been hot last few games.
Oh, yeah.
You know, going to Monticello next year. She's going to be playing next 4 years. Wants to have a great senior season, and she's having a good one.
That one's way out there. Bounces off the catcher's chest protector. Linton better be careful down there. She was still coming at the catcher when the catcher reared back. So a ball and a strike to Faith. Giant gap in right center field. She's standing in there like she's swinging away, and I'm okay with that because she can swing it, she can slap it. Another one away. It's going to be a line drive out to center field. That's over the center fielder's head. Linton's going to score. Julie Johnson's rounding third. She's headed for home. Brooke Crisp is – all right, so Brooke Crisp is coming in, and you hate what you see there. Base running error by – Faith Johnson she really needed to hang herself up in that rundown out there and let Crisp get back to third or get home, one of the two. Either way.
You know what happened there is Faith, when she burned her, the base runners didn't know. And so she had a big jump on them right there. And it's hard when you've got the momentum like she did. It's a mistake, but still yet, hey, we're ahead 3-2.
Hey, that's true, and I think what happened, to Faith's credit, she looked up and saw Coach Sullivan still winding Crisp around the base. Crisp hadn't made it to third yet, and she thought he was winding her too. He hadn't even got turned back on her yet, so
she shouldn't be so fast.
Well, true that. True that.
Marley Hansley up to the plate right now. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third.
That's going to be a little hopper over to Sullivan. 1 for 1 on the night. No balls, 2 strikes to Marley. Yeah, Faith was turning and burning there.
She was.
I like the wheels. I hate that she ran up on Brooke, though.
She did.
It happens.
That happens.
That one's down and away. Ball 1, a ball and 2 strikes.
You know, we are sitting back on the changeup. You know, that ball right there a couple games ago, we're swinging at that and hitting dinks at second base and first base, but we're recognizing it early. We're letting it go for a ball. We're sitting back looking for better pitches, Corey.
Right. You know, I think to the base runner's credit on that last hit from Faith, ball 2 outside there to Hansley, initially it looks like the center fielder was not anywhere around. Then she gets over towards the area of the ball, so they all have to reverse course and go back to tag up. Well, by the time it was over their head, they were heading the wrong direction.
Correct.
Had to change directions a second time. It's just kind of one of those weird situations. Swinging them in, strike 3, out 3 for the Eagles. Not before they get both runs they gave up back plus 1.
Plus 1.
So they're going to lead at 3-2. Now, interesting story about this city park. Coach John Sizemore is the head softball coach up at Crowder Junior College in Neosho, Missouri, about an hour and 15 minutes north of here. He lives here in Farmington. He has a big farm somewhere here close to Farmington. Several acres is what I've been told. Now, before he was at Crowder, he was one of the assistant softball coaches on Mike Laraby's staff at the University of Arkansas. So, anyways, lived in Farmington at the same time. The story that I've been told is that he donated this land right here that this city park sits on for this city park to be built. And you can tell it's not very old.
Yeah.
And that's the story I've been told. So,
wow.
And anybody that knows Coach Sizemore, super nice guy. I had a chance to meet him. We went up there. Callie went on a recruiting visit up there.
This was Crowder? Is that
Crowder,
correct? Okay.
Yeah. I was ready to suit up and play a game of fast pitch softball at 40 years old, and I've never played a pitch of fast pitch softball. But he's an impressive guy.
Yeah. Now, how far from driving is Farmington to Neosho?
It's about an hour 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
Unless you hit the traffic on 540.
Now, starting here all the way through Rogers, ugh.
Yeah. Want to give a shout out tonight. There's a lot of parents that could not make it due to the distance on it. Lee Rogers, daughter Jordan Rogers, plays on the team. Great pitcher for us. I know they're going to be listening tonight. Also to Mark Fugris.
Oh, Fuge.
Mr. Axiom, which has a daughter named Little Tanner.
Senor Fuge.
That's correct. He's listening tonight as well.
Hey, fellers, how y'all doing? Kimbrell pitches. Swing and a miss, strike one. Let me get the Greenwood lineup on top here.
Kimbrell's getting ahead of every batter here, Corey. She's inside, she's outside, moving it around. Gave up a few hits there and got through an inning with an error and doing a fantastic job.
This is McKinley Young, the first baseman. That one's down in the dirt for a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. Good pitch there by Kimbrell. Fouled off over the first base dugout for strike two. A ball and 2 strikes to Young. I lost her name there for a minute. Alan Wade, if you're listening, either you text me or have Gayla text and let me know you're listening in so we know if we need to tell any more Alan Wade stories. Ball 2 is upstairs. 2-2 count to Young. Kimbrell comes back to that outside corner. Oh, that's one we've had called a strike a couple of times so far in the game. I was getting ready to key up some footloose on the backwards K.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there.
I'd like to just throw it again. Let's see what
That's
happens.
her first mistake of the night.
Yeah, we'll give her credit for one. That one's going to mess up now, so give the walk to Young and
the umpire.
Yeah, I bet the umpire wishes she had the pitch back now. And I don't know. We may have tried to go with the same pitch there. It looked like it just got away from Kimbrell.
Yeah.
Held onto it a little bit long. Batter's going to be Emma McCorkle. She's the left fielder for the Greenwood Bulldogs. No outs. Runner on first. Top of the second. Bunt to the pitcher Kimbrell. Over to Johnson covering first. So that was an obvious sacrifice as the batter just made sure she got that one down.
Great coverage by the infield right there. Sid was there. The coverage was spot on. Gracie charges, makes a good throw to first base.
1 out. Young's on second. Batter is Lexi Castillo. Golly,
Strike 3.
Yeah. I'm going home. Castillo. Alan Wade texting in. I'll read that momentarily. Shows bunt. We throw the pitch out. Try to get her to chase. She pulls back. Ball 1. Of course I'm listening. So thank goodness that one squirts just outside the foul line.
Good hustle by Talon. She bounced out right there, circled the ball like he's supposed to. I'm going to say it bent the other night. That was fair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So Castillo with the 1-1 count now. And the bunt's probably still on.
Playing a lot of small ball tonight.
I think they're wanting to get that run back. Good pitch. That's exactly what I would have done. Throw something up in the zone, try to get the pop-up, hang that runner up out there too. So the Eagles need to be careful here with their bunt coverage. I saw they split the middle of the field there, so if something wacky happens and we try to throw at the lead runner, Castillo could theoretically go all the way to second because nobody's covering unless Alexander's supposed to come in. Swing and a miss by Castillo, so bunt should be out of play.
Yes.
2-2 on her, 1 out. Young's on second. Kimbrell delivers. Good pitch. Ye old backwards K, my friend.
Great pitch right there. 2 outs. Let's leave this runner on second base right here. Who we got at the bat, Corey?
Erica Cal D. Ron.
Nice try.
Yeah. I'm running out of unique ways to say it. Good pitch. Up and in a little bit. Ball 1.
You know, you really want to get this out right here, Corey. The girl on deck is the one that's committed to the Hogs and had a great hit. She knows she's a good hitter. Great pitch right there. We're going to have to check on Talon right now.
So, okay, so I don't know if it's a foul ball or catcher's interference.
It's a foul ball.
Is it? Okay.
I believe it was a foul ball. I believe she was swinging. The ball come down and hit her in the arm right there is what I think.
Greenwood tries to steal a run there. Coach is still arguing his case, but the umpire says no, the runner's going to go back to second.
Catching's a tough business, Corey.
So, okay, so I thought it was the glove hand that was hurt. That was why I wondered if it was catcher's interference, but it's actually the bare hand. So the
Correct.
ball came off of the bat, hit her in the bare hand, and she's seeing if she can grip the ball to throw it now. Let's see, the only other catcher, no, we've got two catchers.
We do.
We have Lloyd, and then we'd have the
Shelby.
freshman Shelby Wilson. So Mackenzie Lloyd and Shelby Wilson would be the catchers if Lawrence decides she can't go.
You know, way ahead right now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last time we was in this situation right here, we hit her. And they tried to pull a slick one there.
Greenwood tried to steal another one on us. Tried to steal 2 the first time, then tried to steal 1. And thank goodness Coach Sullivan was on top of it there. So foul ball is the call. A ball and 2 strikes to Calderon. And, yeah, we dotted her straight between the numbers last time. Pop up out behind Erie. She's drifting back. Can't get it. Johnson has it. Oh, double clutches. Should have came to the plate. Runner is going to score, and, man, you hate to see that.
That was just a flare that was just in no man's land. Both had good effort right there. I don't think either player could get to it.
No, I don't think so either. They both were giving it all they had to get there. You'd like to see Faith come up gunning to the plate, knowing that they're looking to try to scratch that run out to tie the game. 3-3. Calderon's on first. Ali Saki is the batter. And this is the Arkansas Razorback commit per Mr. Kobe Kelly.
And Twitters.
And the magical Twitter machine. That's going to be a line drive down right field. Foul ball.
I'm glad I brought a jacket, Corey.
Yeah.
I was told to bring one. I wasn't going to, and thank goodness my wife said yes. So,
well, you know,
sun goes down, it gets cool up here.
We're all on the hill. Ground ball right back up the middle. Erie dives, can't get it. Jordan Alexander in to field it, gets it in quickly, holds Calderon at second. So Saki is 2 for 2 on the night with 2 base hits right back up the middle. Maybe we need to peach a little bit next go around.
Maybe so.
So it's going to bring up number 25, Mariah Hamilton, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. So Alan Wade sending in coaching advice. Maybe we should walk the Arkansas commit. I concur.
And agree.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
She was swinging for that church on that right there.
Yeah. Well, you see the little hole in the steeple up there.
That could be.
I've heard if you thread the needle, it's ball game. It's going to be a pop-up out to Alexander in center field. She's coming in, and has it, ends the inning. Not before the Bulldogs can tie it up on the RBI single by Calderon. So 3-3 going into the bottom of the second, but Eagles had no problem getting the ball in play and getting base runners on in the first, so we expect more of it in the second here.
We do. We're going back and forth here. 2 good teams battling. Also, a lot of people's not here tonight. Give a shout-out to the Kim Kelly. She did not make it tonight, going to a cattle show with Trey tomorrow. So I'm up here with the grandparents, and she's going with him tomorrow. So she's watching tonight, so
excellent.
Hello to her.
You want me to tell her what you said about her earlier?
Let's wait on that.
All right.
And we'll talk about that later.
All right. If I'm supposed to tell you, I'll text you later, Kim.
Sounds great.
Beatty's going to lead it off for the Eagles. followed by Jordan Alexander, and then Erie, Sydney Johnson will bat when one or more of those three reach base.
You know, it's good to see Kenna Beatty back. It's her senior year, had a good basketball season. In softball, had a little bit of arm trouble early. Looks like she's got that taken care of. Done a great job at third base tonight. Glad she's injury-free.
100%. Did have a really good basketball season. Senior guard, senior leader of the team. I was trying to see who's – oh, Sheridan just hit a bomb. So let's see. I don't even know who they're playing, but that ball was gone as soon as it left the bat. That might be the other Arkansas Razorback commit over there swinging the bat. Okay, so Sheridan's playing Fayetteville. That puts Sheridan up 5-0. I bet that was Maggie Hicks, the other Razorback commit in the house tonight, that hit that ball. It looked like her coming around third. So Beatty digs in the bottom of the second. Tie game, 3-3. We need to put up 3 more in this inning, Kobe.
Or 13.
I'm okay with that.
We put up 8 the other night playing, so we can do it. You know, this pitcher is a good pitcher here. She's not overpowering. If we just sit back, pick her pitches out, lay off the trash, drive it in the gaps, we're going to score some runs.
I think the first pitch was a ball. That one's definitely a strike as Beatty fouls it off into the backstop here. I'm pretty sure it's a 1-1 count. It's not up on the board just yet. Beatty's going to hit that one off the end of her bat. Third baseman comes up and makes a play on it.
You know, we can
shoestrings it.
We see that right there as an outside pitch. If she had that pitch back, she would take it center field and right field, but she kind of swung around it right there a little bit and pulled it to third base. But she's not had many at-bats, and she'll make adjustments on it. Kim Kelly is texting in to Corey.
I think it's a group. I think we got us a group text going now.
Well, I don't let text messages interfere with my work.
Want to give a shout out to the one and only Rick Bernard listening in. He wants us to put up 10. Alexander hits that one basically to the moon. Center fielder had a little bit of trouble getting under it. She finally does and makes the catch, but that ball was hit high.
If that ball right there is played a few games back, that's a 400-foot shot with the wind we've been playing with.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. And Papa Rick wants us to put up 10. We're going to have to do we're going to have to hustle right here to get 10 on the board. Erie bats with 2 outs and no runners on in the bottom of the second. To give a big thanks to my youngest daughter, Carly Erie. She's running the camera for us tonight, doing a good job with that. Erie shows bunt and pulls it back on the pitch up in the eyeballs. 1-0 count for the senior shortstop. Sydney Johnson over there on deck wanting to drive Callie in when she gets on base here. Erie bunts down the third base line, and she is safe. Bad call.
Yeah.
That's all you can say. Bad
all
call.
You can say.
That's just a bad call. Sometimes the game is just too fast for those officiating it, and that's one of those times. So
he flipped a coin and landed on tails. That inning right there, Corey, is kind of what you didn't want to happen. You know, you've been going back and forth, putting some pressure on the pitchers. What happened there is we come up, and it's just pretty much 3 up, 3 down. So you kind of feel like right now that the momentum has shifted back to Greenwood a little bit. So this first batter is really going to set the tone for the inning. If we can get ahead, if we can get it out, you kind of feel good about it. But it seems like when the first batter gets on, majority of the time they score.
Yeah, that's a unique, well, I'm not going to say it's completely unique to fast-pitch softball, but that's where I kind of learned that concept that if you let the lead off on in the game of fast-pitch softball, it's something ridiculous, like a 65% chance she's going to score. So, has to do with the shortness of the base paths and the speed of the game and the nuances that make it different than baseball. I've been on as the leadoff in baseball and still camped out on first base 47 pitches later when the third out's finally made.
3 hours later, you're still in the third inning.
Yeah. I used to love the game of baseball till I had kids start playing fast-pitch softball. And I still like a good baseball game, especially when you get in the postseason and the major leagues. And
if I'm in a recliner.
Oh, yeah.
And I can doze off.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's why I'm saying in the postseason, the major leagues, you got all the lineup jockeying and they will play a little bit of small ball then, and they still follow most of the unwritten rules, but not all of them. Then.
Correct.
So I can watch a little bit of that. So the first batter is Who? Who we got? What's her number? Called strike on the outside corner to her. It's number 6.
Oh, number 6.
Josie Chappell batting for the Bulldogs. Hey, look at this. Coach. Oh, you told me that. Never mind.
You need to listen more.
Well, sometimes I'm listening, but at the same time I'm thinking 3 sentences ahead of where I'm talking.
That's called hearing, not listening.
True. So, 1 strike.
Great pitch right there.
Get it, Hinesley. Get it. Good play by the first baseman, Marley Hinesley. She comes up from her first base position, circles the ball, and does a good job of getting underneath it and playing through the ball. I like what I saw right there out of Marley.
She does, and also, you know, just like in the outfield core, there's a lot of room between the first baseline and this fence right here. So you can't give up on anything here.
Batter's going to be number 10, Angela Price, the catcher. She's done a good job behind the plate for the Bulldogs. Good called first strike on that outside corner, and as I said, Kimbrell is dangerous out there right now. It's catching that front corner and getting out of there, and the batters don't like the strike calls, but it's there. It's catching just enough to be called. Umpire's been consistent with it all night. You see the next pitch is up in the eyeballs.
I felt like she's missed one. You know, in that last inning, she missed a corner right there, and I really think she had it back. She would give it. But other than that, she's done a great job on both sides, both teams.
Real consistent strike zone. I like you said, just that one pitch that you wish you know you had back, and she probably does too. But so I think she's doing a great job. Swing and a miss for strike 2, ball and 2 strikes to Price.
She went. Strike 3 right there. Great pitch, Gracie Kimbrell. Just like that, we've got 2 outs as well. So that's what you want to see when you come into this inning here.
Oh yeah, she went. Oh yeah. All right, got that little bit of business out of the way. So the batter is Redding Wagner. Called strike, first pitch to her. I think some of it was it the fans or the coach got tuned up on that 3rd strike call there. They didn't think that she went around on it. Little flare out there into short left field. Erie can't quite track it down. Redding's going to hold up at first, and Erie was there, just kind of got spun around and couldn't reach all the way back over her body to get it.
I think that ball had a little bit of spin to it,
Yep.
and when she come back, it just kind of veered on to the right a little bit. Tough play no matter what. If she had made it, it'd been a Sports Center play. But we're going to get this out right here and get out and go hit again.
McKinley Young, the first baseman, bats for the Bulldogs with 2 outs and a runner on first.
You know, it's hard to see back here, but the sound of that mitt, Gracie's throwing pretty hard tonight.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Anytime you hear that good pop, you know it's got a little bit of mustard on it. Good pitch there. Fouled back over the catcher and the umpire's head. Evens the count up at 1 apiece now.
Corey, do you see a lot of female umpires in the collegiate level?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
She's doing a fantastic job. I just didn't know.
I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but you're going to see more there than you see anywhere else. You know the famous, don't double clutch it, just go get her. Just go get her. You know the famous call last year on the obstruction at the plate, or non-obstruction, I can't remember which way it was.
World Series?
Yes. UCLA when, who was the former player that got almost, she's coaching UCLA now, she did get herself thrown out, yeah. But anyways, that was a female umpire behind the plate that day, and I've seen her ump the College World Series multiple years in a row. She's one of the better umpires out there.
We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs right here with a runner on second base. You would like to leave that runner on second and go bat with it being 3-3. You know, something else considered, Corey, is we're in a time crunch too, as far as it's not just 6 or 7 innings. You know, we're playing for time, so that's going to matter later on in the game as well. We've got 27 minutes left.
That's a good point. So how much time did they actually put up on the clock to start the game? Did you notice?
I thought it was 70.
Okay, that would make sense.
Full count right here. Need a good pitch.
Just don't leave it fat.
No, you got a base open here, so nibble on the corners here.
Ooh, that one was so close to being a strike, probably just off the inside corner. I don't dislike the pitch call. I just think it was probably either off the inside corner, maybe just a little bit low. So.
It was, and you got a tall hitter too. I
yeah.
mean, the strike zone is going to be a little bit higher here. Unlike this batter here, it's going to be a pretty tight strike zone.
So this should be Emma McCorkle batting. Drop ball misses, ball 1. Yeah,
I don't see how that one was. That pretty? I couldn't see it. Was that low?
Yeah, it was low.
Okay.
The height was pretty good until about 2 or 3 foot from the plate when it started breaking, and it broke out of the zone then. That one right there was about 4 inches higher, so it catches the zone there on the outside drop ball. Ball and a strike. Good pitch there by Kimbrell. Foul ball off the heel of Honsley's glove.
You know, there's not a lot of strikeouts. Both teams are putting the ball in play, making the defense work. Tonight's going to come down to who can get the big hit, who can make the less errors.
Whew. Good job by Talon there to snag the pitch that got away from Kimbrell, and that was almost bad, Kobe.
That was. I was fixing to put runners at second and third, but she's quick behind the plate, did a fantastic job. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Ground ball to Beatty. She misses it. Erie in there behind her can't get the handle on it. So McCorkle's going to be safe at first on the error by Beatty. Base is juiced. Lexi Castillo bats now, and she was trying to bunt her way on last time. So we'll see what she can do here with the bases loaded. I wouldn't expect the bunt, but I guess anything's possible. 2-out bunt with the bases loaded probably wouldn't be the wisest call, but maybe you're looking for the element of surprise here. That's going to be a tough play for Alexander. She comes in and makes the grab, ends the inning, and gets the help that Coach Sullivan was begging
dodged
for Kimbrell to have.
Dodged a huge bullet that inning right there. Most time when you give somebody 5 outs, bad things are going to happen. But she made a good pitch. She didn't fold. Center fielder come in and made a great catch. Still tied 3-3 after 3.
All right, so I got a question here from Rick Bernard asking why we're the home team. This for anybody that wasn't listening right away at the start of the broadcast, this is the Farmington Invitational Tournament, I guess is what they're calling it. But either way, it's a tournament, so it was a coin toss at the coaches' meeting at the plate for home, and either we won or they lost. Either way, coin toss, we got home. So it's going to be bottom of the 3rd now. Eagles batting in a tie game. Sydney Johnson due up for your Eagles, followed by Julie Johnson and Gracie Kimbrell. I got that in my head now. How you like that?
That's a nice job.
Well, they came and took my lineup away from me, so it's on my phone now. Yep, that's right. Nope, Talon.
Yeah.
Sydney Talon.
I knew
Julie.
it wasn't right.
You have to call me out quicker than that.
I just want to hear you falter.
Don't be scared.
Conway Wampus Cats also is up in this tournament tonight, Corey. I think they may be playing at the high school.
Yeah, there's games going on over there as well.
Which is about 4 miles down the road. It's kind of odd how they got it. The school is here a few miles down the road, but the softball complex and the football field is where the old high school was. Is that correct, Corey?
Yeah. So is this actually the high school?
That's
over
the
here,
high
or
school.
Is it just the gym?
No, that's the high school and the gym right there.
Okay.
It's beautiful too.
I haven't been in the school. I've been in the gym a couple years back when Callie was a freshman. Came up here with the senior high team after the junior high season got over and watched them play. Sydney takes the first pitch for ball 1. And, Kobe, we've got an all-time high of viewership for Vilonia Eagles softball right now.
I'm thinking about quitting my job, doing this full-time.
If it paid better. That's a rip by Johnson. And, it's off the center fielder's glove, catches the fence. Sydney's going to be standing up at second base, and I thought there was no doubt that ball was leaving the yard, Kobe.
That's got to be 210, 220 in dead center right there, Corey, because she tattooed that ball.
I'm thinking it's 275 out there. That
maybe
ball
300.
just jumped off the bat. My goodness.
She hit that ball hard.
Even the center fielder was surprised that she got back there and got a glove on it.
You know, if you look at center fielder, it's kind of a decline as well. So it's kind of got a bit of a slope to it. I would have thought it was gone.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But either way,
I was winding up for my home run call there, and I had to cut it short. So Talon Lawrence bats with Sydney Johnson on second with the leadoff double. Good bit of hitting there by Sid. T looking to drive her in. Curveball well off the outside corner for ball one. Talon pops that one up into shallow left field. Left fielder coming on, center fielder going back. It drops. Sydney takes off for third. She's going to be in there. Ball gets away. She needs to get up and get going, and she does. And I don't know that that's actually dead. That's just back behind the. So I'd have to see that. I have to see what it looks like back there. But unless it hits somebody or something down there, that should be in fair play, should it not?
They said it went behind a gate or something over there.
All right. Well, either way, Sid makes it to. Sid scores. Talon gets all the way to third. Kylie Linton's going to be the courtesy runner for her.
We
Eagles
take the lead
4-3.
Now we just need to bat for 21 more minutes. Ball game.
That would be amazing. Junior. Freshman Juju Johnson bats now with no outs and Linton on third for Talon Lawrence. And she hits it at the third baseman. Linton takes off. She's going to be in a pickle. She's tagged out. And a base running error on Linton. You really don't understand what the decision making was there. That's the one. That's the one you don't go on.
It is, but it's hard. It's easy to sit in the stands and see it, but when you're there,
true,
you feel like you can make it. But you have keys to read. If the ball's there, you freeze, go back. But it was a mistake. She'll learn from it. We'll move on.
So Juju reaches on the fielder's choice as Linton's thrown out in the pickle between third and home. Gracie Kimbrell steps in to bat. One out. The Eagles lead it 4-3. I'd like to see Gracie bounce one off of our bus out there.
Or that church.
Thread the needle.
Ball
game over. Rip right through the 5-6 hole line drive. Juju's going to hold up at second. The left fielder had a little bit of trouble getting it picked up, but not enough to bring the freshman over to third. Brooke Crisp is going to go on as the courtesy runner for Kimbrell. Kimbrell's 2 for 2 on the night.
Not only that, but she's hit it extremely hard. I mean, she has tattooed those two right there. You kind of wish those would went in a gap, but hey, a hit's a hit. You'll take it.
Every time, twice on Sundays, if you can. So Faith Johnson steps in. As we said, she's been hot at the plate here lately. Had the one that burnt the center fielder in the previous inning. And see what she can do here. First pitch, called strike outside corner. That's another good call by the umpire. That was a great pitch, actually.
Center field is basically a graveyard out there, Court. It seems like it goes on forever.
I mean, that center fielder, she's like an inch and a half tall from where we sit.
Yep.
Julie Johnson thinks about going on the pitch in the dirt. And, again, the Greenwood catcher is just playing lights out tonight.
He is.
I mean, that ball, Kobe, was almost outside the right-handed batter's box, and somehow she keeps it in front of her and keeps the base runners at first and second. Yep. Ball and a strike to Faith, 1 out, 2 runners on here in the bottom of the third. Faith chases one outside there. Ball and 2 strikes. The way they've pitched her in this at bat, I would just get up all over the plate and dare them to throw it inside on me.
Be looking away. They're staying away from her. You can see how the catcher's fixing to set up right here.
Down and away. Good call by Kobe. Good block by the catcher.
You can't blame her. She's killed the ball twice.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Faith.
She's strong enough to handle the inside pitch as well. Yeah. So she's going to get through that. It's just take it the other way right here, Faith.
Faith hits the changeup a ton. It's going to get down to the corner in right field. Julie Johnson's going to score. Brooke Crisp is going to have to hold up at third. And Faith is at second with a stand-up double. She's heating up.
If you'll look, too, right there, Corey, as well, the same situation last time, she overrun the base. This time she made an adjustment. She picked up the coach, so Coach Sullivan stopped it. Did a great job base running right there.
Yes, she did. Absolutely. Eagles lead it by a score 5-3. Runners on second and third. Batter's going to be Honsley, and we've got a pitching change, Kobe. It's going to be number 12, Abby Clem, sophomore for the Bulldogs.
Now we just have to hit for 16 minutes.
Knocked 4 of them off.
It's a new strategy.
Yeah. Well, the pitching change is going to help us out here, too.
Mm-hmm. You could pull back in the old U-Trip days and start tying your shoes.
Yeah.
Getting drinks, things like that.
I mean, I think the coaches allowed 1 offensive timeout per batter in high school softball. I could be wrong about that.
It's just odd to play with time. You know, you usually just said we're going to play 7 innings, but now you see a clock up there. It reminds you of back when they were, 8, 9, 10, 12 age group.
I hate, and even as a coach, when I was coaching, I hated playing the clock game, but you had to. You were going to get it played on you.
I mean,
it was one of those things you just had to do. You hated it. Now that the girls have gotten much older, and even if we go play a time limit tournament anymore, it's so long. It's an hour and a half or an hour and 40. You're going to get most of your innings in anyways. You just kind of get used to it. So the 70-minute time limit definitely unique. Is 15 minutes hang on the clock out there. First pitch in the dirt to Honsley, ball 1, and the catcher for Greenwood continues to be a real trooper back there behind the dish. We're going to need to get us one of them armbands so we know what Coach Sullivan's calling. Honsley takes ball 2 down and in just a bit. 2-0 count on her.
We may need some eye black too.
I want some of that red sparkly stuff they put on. That's what I want. Make my cheeks, right here in the cutouts of my beard. That's what I want. I'm going to see if Kelly give me some of that tomorrow. Ball 3 is in the dirt, so Honsley's 3-0, and this should be straightaway take all the way.
She's not even been close, Corey, on these 3 pitches right here. I'd make her take 1, if not maybe 2 right here.
Tough spot for the sophomore to come into with a couple of runners on and only 1 out, and knowing that, you want to get out of this and have a chance to come in and score a couple of runs yourself. You see her walk Honsley on 4 straight pitches. So I'm going to say we're probably sitting on take here. Unless it's just absolutely grooved. It's probably one of those situations. If you can hit it over that 472-foot fence in center field, do it. Otherwise, you better take.
If you can hit it to Alma.
Yeah. Yes. You have to hit it back to Alma to get it out of here. Greenwood coach bringing in his outfield. He's got his infielders not just all the way in front of the base paths, but even with. So they're dead red going home on anything they handle trying to save runs. Ball upstairs to Beatty. 1-0 count to her. And the sophomore put a little bit on that pitch. It got there quick. It was just out of the zone.
She's thrown 5 balls in a row. You hate to see kids struggle, but still yet, there's 6 in a row.
So that pitch was inside, ball 1. And pretty heads up play by the catcher there to
She's
throw
a baller.
Behind Honsley over there at first, who was getting her a big old jump.
Yeah.
Jordan Alexander stands over there in the on-deck circle. She'll bat, barring some kind of double play. Ball 3 to Beatty, so 7 balls in a row. Straight take is on here.
Pitching is a tough business, Corey. No matter what level you're at, you're stuck in this situation right here as a sophomore. We've seen it with our girls and other teams as well.
All right,
it's hard. It's a makeup call there.
I got no problem with it. Sophomore out there struggling on the mound. That pitch was,
borderline.
It was borderline. Give it to her and see what happens here. Beatty may hit this one out. She may get the last laugh here. That's definitely a strike. So she takes strike 2. Full count to Beatty. Now we're going to have to go make something happen here.
She's not going to be nibbling the corners. She's just trying to throw a strike, and as a hitter, you got to realize that.
Uncork. Ball 4 inside, so walk the run in. Eagles have 6 now.
Uh-oh, now the Greenwood coach is calling bull crap on this umpire.
Did he say bull crap?
He said it.
I like it. I saw the Gravett coach in the previous game tell the same umpire that it was a bull crap call 2 times.
Maybe a Farmington thing.
Could be. It may just be floating around up here. Freshman Jordan Alexander digs in, popped up the one that went to the moon and back out to center field last time. That pitch is up for ball 1. And good throw by the catcher there, but that's probably not one you're going to get. Faith Johnson, a smart base runner. She's seen a lot of that. So Jordan takes a strike there. One ball, one strike to Alexander.
Corey, you know, though, you got a seasoned catcher back here. When you've got this tight of a game and the coach gives you the green light to throw it to any base, she's a good ball player.
Yeah, 100%. Ball low to Alexander. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, we're doing a better job than us laying off those pitches.
Yeah.
You know, earlier in the year, a few games ago, we're swinging at that all day long, but we're getting better at it. Uh-oh.
We may be fixing to see a high school coach tossed.
She's hard enough.
So, just a few words between the umpire, who, I mean, whether we're winning or losing here, I think she's done a good job. I think her strike zone stayed consistent. Now, we've got a pretty good view of it from where we sit.
Yep.
Alexander swings and misses. The pitches, most recently, they're complaining about aren't even close to the strike zone. Now, we got a different angle on it than the coaches do, and they're battling for their pitcher. You can understand it, but it is futile.
And also, the catcher's framing everything.
Yeah.
So
Alexander's called out on strikes there. Erie bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. So they're going to put the shift on. This is not a great plan for Greenwood because Callie's going to be swinging away here. My battery's running low. Erie takes the first pitch for a called strike. She's looking for something that she can swing out of her shoes on here. That pitch is down and away for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Vilonia winning 6-3 in the bottom of the 3rd with 9 minutes left. Foul ball. She was on that one right there. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Probably going to be trying to paint. She's ahead right now. The pitcher's ahead. I would suggest that I would think that they're going to be trying to paint that outside corner right here, Corey, because that's what they did with Alexander. Went away. I don't think they'll come in on her here.
I wouldn't think so. But, you know, they kind of came in on Faith, and she got turned on and hit it down the line. Now, they've got the shift on, so they're probably going to stay away from Erie. They do. It's in the dirt. Catcher blocks another one. 2-2 count to Erie with the bases loaded.
You know the pitcher don't want to go full right here, so she's going to try to throw a strike right here, hopefully down the middle.
Another ball in the dirt. Faith holds it 3rd. Full count to Erie now.
That was a 2-2 changeup. Big pitch right here. Big part of the game, Corey.
Erie chokes up a little bit. Swings and fouls it off. Straight back to the backstop. Keep your hip in there. Don't throw your hip through. So Erie hangs on that. Still full count. She's looking to make something happen here. That's going to be a ball. We get a run the easy way there.
Great at bat. Great at bat by a senior right there. That takes time off the clock. That more pitches right there. 7-3. Feel pretty good about it.
All right, we're experiencing some technical difficulties here, and I can't figure out exactly what it is.
First pitch. Ball inside and low. Sid Johnson's up to bat right now, a senior that is going to Arkansas Tech to play ball next year. Bases are loaded. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Great situation with a great hitter.
Apparently I didn't get my headset off.
That's
That is a rip, and that one is going to Alma. Grand slam, home run, Sydney Johnson. My goodness, that got out of here in a hurry,
That
Kobe.
did. That ball's out in pretty much every ballpark we play right there. She hit that ball just as hard in center field if she would have got it up a little bit earlier. She's saying it well tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. 11-3 now, and I can't get my application to cooperate here where I can change the score. I just hope we're still streaming to you guys at home, because indications on my end would be that we're not. Lawrence takes the first pitch for a strike. Eagles do lead it 11-3, and apparently I didn't get my headset quite all the way off when I was coaching Callie up a little bit a minute ago. I got a text about that. So,
well, it worked.
Well, I don't know. She walked. I was wanting her to do what Sydney did, but that's okay. I'm
maybe
fine
if
with
you
Sydney hitting
maybe
it too.
if you would have coached her better, she would have done that.
True, true. All right, the on-screen scoreboard is not going to cooperate with me, so the score is indeed 11-3 after the big swing by Sydney Johnson. Yeah, the computer's wanting to run slow on me for some reason all of a sudden here. All right. Talon takes the walk there, and we're going to have another pitching change
with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, and it's the pitcher that started, so probably going to try to go with little or no warm up. All right, I'm gonna, while the pitcher's changing here, I'm gonna take this stream down real quick and try to. Oh, wait a minute. Try to get it fixed real fast. So we'll be right back. To Julie Johnson is a called strike, and I don't know. I think the pitcher's going to remain choppy. That is a rip. It might be another home run. Johnson off the fence. Linton's going to score all the way from first, who is in there courtesy running for Lawrence. So put another one up on the board for the Lady Eagles. They lead at 12-3 now, and
we are 1 run away from a run rule, Corey.
Ooh, I like that even better. And we are 4 minutes away from batting out your complete 20 minutes you asked for earlier.
It's prophetic.
And well, let's see here. What do we start? We start this inning tied up 3-3?
I believe we did.
Okay, so we're 1 run away from the 10 that Papa Rick wanted us to put on the board too. So, man, everything could come true here with that swing of the bat. That is off the 200-foot sign. There's the 10 runs. There's the run rule. Kimbrell is safe at second. What a shot. The Eagles are just absolutely pounding the ball here in the bottom of the third. Ball game 13-3. Eagles win by run rule. Excellent
well, they haven't
job.
Called it yet.
Well, I thought she just called it. Oh, yeah, it's 15 after 3. We're trying to so playing a little bit of different a little different setup here than what we were thinking.
It's that fuzzy math.
Well, yeah, I think it's probably that Common Core business. Huh? Faith hits a little flare. Third baseman has it in foul territory. That's going to be out number 3, but not before the Eagles do a lot of damage.
They
did. I mean a lot.
You know, I've said this a lot. We talked about it. It seems like we didn't. The last 2 years, Corey, we have not played good in the Benton tournament. But since the Benton tournament last year, we
True.
played excellent softball.
True.
Played Mountain Home. The first game wasn't that great, but then we started hitting the ball well. You look right here with Gracie. She started it. She's got a big lead right here. You want to see her finish this one right here. She's had 2 great outings back to back.
Well, you know, it's honestly very little risk here. We get to bat either way, regardless. I'm assuming it's not drop dead. I mean, I could be fooled by that, but I'm assuming it's not going to be like a drop dead situation. If it is, the Eagles are going to win either way, because we've only got 2 minutes on the clock out there. The actual official clock says like 1:50 or something like that right now. So very little risk in Kimbrell back out there.
Correct. It's another inning. She deserves it.
Yes, she
does.
does.
She started the game when there was errors being involved, when it was tight back and forth. She kept pitching. Now we can sit here. She can kind of relax a little bit and pitch.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I was listening to the time.
You wasn't paying attention to me, was you?
It was one. I was hearing you. Calderon leads it off. She is the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs. But what you were saying, my point was going to be absolutely. I would think one of those runs would be charged to Kimbrell. I think the other two are off of some miscues out there by the defense. So no problem there. Kimbrell's pitched a great game. Glad to see her finish it out. First two pitches are balls to Calderon. Now they are looking for base runners any way possible here, so she's probably going to be taken at this point unless it's really fat. That one is straight down the pipe. No doubter there. 2 balls and a strike to Calderon.
You know, on the flip side of that, sometimes it is hard to come back after a long inning. You've been over there for about 17 minutes. You haven't threw anything. You're ahead by 10 runs. It's hard to get back in it.
You're also amped up because you just knocked the P out of one off of that 200-foot sign.
You nearly knocked the sign down.
Yeah. I would say it has a sizable dent in it right about now. That's a ball down in the dirt. Calderon takes off like she might go on to second, holds up at first. Time is up. I can hear the beeper going off. Well, this one's beeping, but there's still 30 seconds out there. Either way, we don't need to worry about Calderon down there. We need to worry about Saki and getting outs. Called strike outside corner. And
he's still upset.
Yeah. Well, all I know to say is continue to be upset, Coach. Saki's going to foul that one back over the backstop for strike 2. 0-2 count on her, and I expect to see a throwaway pitch or two here. She's got us first 2 at bats with.
She's been up the middle.
Really
both
good
times.
base hits right up the middle. We really haven't pinched. So we do throw that one in the dirt.
Great job of Talon Lawrence right there blocking that ball.
You know, that held Calderon at first.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 pitches down. Talon blocks that one. It kind of squirts away from her there. That's a drop ball she's throwing, so it's got topspin on it. It's really hard to keep in front of you. Talon did everything she could to do it. It kind of squirted. She did keep it front, squirted off to her left, so Calderon takes second on that. But, again, that's not our concern. We need to get the out here at the plate. We need a strikeout, a ground ball, or a pop-up. There's the pop-up, but it's going to get foul. Count's going to remain 2-2. So Saki is a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rip. I think that's probably gone, Kobe. Nope, off the left field fence. Calderon's going to score. Saki's going to hold at second as Erie catches the relay and jogs it in. Nothing Faith could do out there in left field. That ball was hit straight on the nose.
You know, she is a solid player. We haven't seen her. I'm sure she's a great shortstop. We haven't seen any plays there, but to watch her handle herself as far as a freshman at the plate, 2 balls up the middle, hit that one off the fence as a freshman stepping there. And she's not that big. You know, she is a 5'6", 5'7", not a real big girl.
That would be 5'6" to be exact per the lineup card.
Just a solid player. Tip your hat to her.
Yep, 100%. Really good job, 3 for 3 at the plate tonight against Kimbrell, and that's one of the few Greenwood batters who has had a lot of success against Gracie. So Coach Sullivan having the meeting at the mound, kind of just getting things calmed down a little bit, reminding them, hey, we have a giant lead. We don't need to worry about that one. She's the only one who's hit us hard all night long. She's out of the way. Let's just play for outs here. It's going to be Mariah Hamilton, the third baseman, batting now. First pitch called, strike outside corner. Right back to where Kimbrell was living early in the game.
Yep.
That's probably where we need to stay.
Yep. Great pitch right there. Just need to out right here. They're showing 1 out, but there is no outs.
Correct, no outs. Hamilton holds on that one. So ball and a strike to her as it was just off the outside corner. Pop up, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes on Hamilton now. First out's always the big one. We need to go ahead and set her down. Get that one out of the way. Little line drive flare out to Jordan Alexander. She can't make the play. Hamilton's going to hold at first. Saki does score, but again, that's not necessarily our biggest concern, as Eagles still lead by the score of 13-5. No outs now. That is the key. There's no outs. Hamilton's over there on first. They're going to bring in a courtesy runner, or I'm sorry, a pinch runner for her. And the pinch runner is going to be number 30. That's Kaya Schmidt, sophomore outfielder.
You know, that play right there, Jordan Alexander laid out, kept the ball in front, you know, had a great effort right there.
Yeah.
Nearly come up with a top 10 play, just scored it out.
So the batter is Josie Chappell, designated player. Swing and a chopper down the first baseline. That's going to be foul. Kind of handcuffed her there, Kobe. She was sitting there thinking out, 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 and here we come with the screwball right on the knuckles. She wasn't ready. There, now Kimbrell goes back to the outside curveball. Fouled off out of play. 0-2 count quickly to Chappell.
You're up by 8. You waste a pitch, or you go right at her on that corner?
I'm going at her. I'm going to try to paint that outside corner. I might call it 1 ball off and just, you know, hope she chases, but I'm not going to really throw a complete throwaway pitch. Change up is down. Runner holds it first as Lawrence blocks another one. So as much credit as we given the Greenwood catcher tonight, Lawrence has done a dandy job herself behind the plate for the Eagles.
Correct. That's what taking the ball off the hand, too.
Foul ball out of play. Count remains 1-2. Did you bring a jacket?
I have the only jacket I have on right now.
It's almost jacket time.
It is.
Cools off quickly up here in these here hills.
Boston Mountains.
Yeah. Good pitch there. It's going to be hit to Sydney Johnson. She goes over to Erie at second to get the lead runner. So the first out is the big out.
That is.
Sid with a good backhanded toss to Erie out there at second base.
Started to wonder if they had enough juice to it to get that lead runner right there, but she was quick to the ball. Backwards flip. She knew Callie would be there. Great shortstop. Big out.
Angela Price bats. I'm not going to lie to you. The whole time the ball was on the ground, I was thinking in my head, first.
Yeah, it was too.
So
Talon Lawrence takes one off the mask right there.
Price fouls that one off. Price, Angela Price is the batter. She's the catcher for Greenwood. We've been praising so frequently throughout the game. Angela Price. She's a sophomore, so a young Bulldog squad apparently. Swinging a miss for strike 2, and
she's kind of settled down right here these last couple batters. You can tell that she's dialed back in. Needs to finish right here.
Backwards K, got her looking, put her in the books. Out 2 for Kimbrell, and it's going to bring up number 24, Redding Wagner, and Eagles looking to go ahead and end this one right here with no more runs scored. Still leading 13-5, 2 outs in the top of the 4th, but the time has expired. We're playing time limit game up here in this Farmington tournament. Pop up. It's going to be out of play over our heads here. Oh, James Kimbrell is 0 for 1.
How was his effort?
It was pretty good effort.
Yeah.
He could have squared up underneath the ball just a little bit more. He didn't quite camp out under. He tried to reach away from his body, and that got him ultimately. Curveball's going to squirt away from Lawrence. She chases it down quickly. Runner is going to go ahead and take second there.
Really wasn't much she could do with that.
No.
That ball was really outside. She had good effort on it. It just squirted, got away.
2 balls and a strike to Wagner. Is this Wagner or Young? That's Wagner. Smash out to center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Runner's going to score from second. Gracie cuts the ball off in the middle. Actually, no. Wow. I saw her turn the base, and I quit looking at her. I thought she was coming on in. So runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. I guess they live by the old saying, don't make your last out at the plate.
Literally.
So the batter is going to be McKinley Young, the first baseman. Good pitch. I'm glad that hit something besides the back of my head.
There are balls flying everywhere up here.
And that's the other thing you don't like about playing at a high school at a city park. There's too many foul balls going around, especially from our position with these headsets on. We really can't hear much of anything besides ourselves. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes not. Ball one outside.
You wonder if our fan base would laugh or be worried about us.
Oh, I know. I know the one in the middle on the top row down there is going to be laughing.
I can't lie. I'd laugh if it hit you.
Foul ball off the bat of Young into the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes on her now, and Greenwood Bulldogs down to their final strike. And I wouldn't throw it away here, but I would certainly come in on the hands.
Yeah, they're looking away.
Threw it down, which is not a bad plan either. You definitely don't want to give them anything that they can really drive out of the park. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Young. Runner takes off to second. We let her go down. Pitch was low. It's a full count on Young. With 2 outs in the top of the 4th, time has expired. Eagles lead by a score of 13-5. Whew. That was a pretty good pitch.
It was.
It's debatable. It was close. I mean, I'm not completely upset by the no strike call. It would have been if you ring that batter up in that position, you're going to hear a lot of opposition from the Greenwood side, and you wouldn't blame them for that. It was a borderline pitch. So 2 outs, bases loaded. The batter is Emma McCorkle. That ball's going to be low, and do we have anybody up warming up is going to be my question right now. Indeed, we do not. Kimbrell misses up and away. 2 balls. No strikes to McCorkle. Bases loaded. 2 outs, top of the 4th, time expired. That pitch misses 3-0 now.
Right now is when you'd like to see somebody call timeout, shortstop or somebody to go and just kind of, and I'm sure you'll see that after if this right here goes to a
called strike, inside corner.
Yep.
3-1 count. And I think that was just as generous for Kimbrell as the one called strike on Beatty was earlier when the Greenwood pitcher was struggling a little bit.
Correct.
Kimbrell just needs to bear down, throw it in the zone here, look for a ground ball. Swing and a miss by McCorkle. So full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. They'll be in motion.
You can tell our crowd's getting into it right here. They're really getting behind Gracie right now. She's thrown an excellent game at this point.
And I would bet McCorkle would be swinging at anything close. She doesn't want to go down looking. There's the pitch. Ground ball to Sydney Johnson. That should do it. Over to Hinsley at first. Eagles take the game. Score of 13-5 in 3.5 innings in the time-limited, shortened game here in the Farmington tournament. And, Kobe, I think you were kind of alluding to this earlier, but seems like a lot of things kind of starting to come together here for the Eagles. You still had a couple errors, gave up a couple of runs that you probably wish you wouldn't have early in the game. Batters come up and do their job. Really good bit of hitting, not just hitting, but just some super smart at bats by some batters too. And I think our pitching coach, our pitchers, and our catchers they're all kind of gelling now.
They're getting better.
It looked like the game was called well. Not that I'm saying Coach Morse hasn't called a good game thus far, but it looked like the calls were good, the pitches were good, the frames were good, the blocks were good. I mean, I can't say enough good about pitching and catching tonight.
Well, you've got to look at it too. This is each girl's different, each pitcher's different. This is a new pitching coach. Coach Brooke last year been on for several years. She knew before the season started what their what their strengths and weaknesses was. But you can tell the pitching's starting to gel. They're all throwing better. Defense had a few errors right there. We know we'll clean that up. Hitting was fantastic. One thing that you do want to make sure you clean up is base running, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few instances on right there that's a close game. You got 2 or 3 runs right there. So we want to make sure we clean that up a little bit. But overall, it is a great night to be able to stay in a motel when the coach is happy, the girls are happy, and you win compared to getting beat and everybody's upset. So it's a good night.
Absolutely. So, Kobe, if I'm looking at this bracket correctly, we advance to that game right there, which means we don't play till 1:30 tomorrow afternoon.
We get a bye. We are in the semifinals, and we play at the high school field at 1:30.
Right. So Sheridan and Fayetteville just played. Sheridan beat Fayetteville by a wide margin. Lincoln and Bentonville West played earlier today. I don't know who won that game.
I believe Bentonville West won that. I talked to an umpire in the parking lot, and I believe they won pretty handily.
Okay. So then we will get the winner of Sheridan and Bentonville West. They play at 10:30 in the morning over at the high school field. So they'll play 10:30, get the 1-game break at noon, and then play us at 1:30. So we'll get the winner of Sheridan and Bentonville West tomorrow at 1:30. Kobe will be here, so we're going to get the call on the game. We'll start about 1:25 or something like that at the right before the first pitch, and we'll have all the action for you tomorrow live from the Farmington tournament. Eagles advance in the first round, move on to the semifinals, and again, as I said, we'll await the winner of Sheridan and Bentonville West. Eagles take down Greenwood by a score of 13-5 tonight. Get some things going on the night, like the progression that we see. So we look for good things tomorrow. Kobe, I appreciate you helping me out. Everybody at home watching, thanks for watching us. Hope you tune in tomorrow. Sorry about the video issues late in the broadcast here. I never could figure out exactly what was going on there. I'll try to get that cleared up for tomorrow. So any last words?
You ready for the win tomorrow?
Heck yes. All right, Kobe Kelly and Corey Erie signing out.